Yeah, I think the guys have settled in quite well. Obviously, it's a long way to come and a lot of travelling. I think the guys have really done the right things to make sure they go over that jet lag as quickly as they can and settle in, allowing us to hit the ground running and do some hard work. Similar climates back home, which helps. I think the guys have embraced what Tasmania has to offer.
Tasmania tomorrow. What would be sort of some of the things you're preparing yourself for at training today?
Well, for me, it's obviously only arriving a couple of days ago. I'm just looking to get into the swing of things. First training session out here. Probably not do too much, if I'm honest. Hit a few balls, have a bowl, get used to the conditions a little bit, and just get myself in the right frame of mind for our game tomorrow.
Reflections against the first game against Tasmania?
Obviously it's very disappointing from a team perspective, but if we're honest, I think we were maybe just on the back foot, not maybe expecting that coming out first game, but I think we know now the standard and we can come back and bounce back very well tomorrow.
What do you need to get out of today with your preparation for tomorrow's game?
Really just finalising, just a bit of extra hard work and we're good to go.
Hey Hamish, well better today, 46. How did you feel out there?
Yeah, pretty good. I was just feeling like nice and comfortable at the crease. I think, reflecting on how we went about last innings, I think there were some real positives with how we sort of applied ourselves. We managed to find ourselves in trouble again, but thankfully put together a couple of good partnerships, and Preston and Bez batted really well sort of around those middle overs to allow me to sort of express myself, and I felt very comfortable at the crease.
We needed a wicket. What was going through your mind?
Obviously Preston and me had a lot of chat. Just keep it as simple as possible. Basically try and make them hit long off and long on as much as I could. And luckily for myself, today was my day and it came off. So kind of pulled through for the boys and managed to grab a win today, which is really good. It's pulled the boys together again. And it's really good for the lads to get our win under the belt.
I guess the thing is, a little bit of a step up in tempo and intensity for us. We played obviously come out of our season, but not as many fixtures as we would have liked throughout our season. And obviously the Tasmanian side is very strong unit, and as are we. But for us, it's about raising our intensity and making sure we're ready to perform at that level.
I think they've got some great talent. I think they're probably still getting used to the conditions here in Tassie, and it's going to take them a little while, but if they can put that talent into some good performances, I'm sure they'll do really well.
I got called out to do a charter over there.
For these guys with their name, their teeth.
Yeah, just really buying into it all. This is part of the Save the Tasmanian Foundation appeal, so learning a bit about it, hopefully getting a bit of exposure for the appeal and stuff while we're out here, and try and send the message back home a little bit.
We are never as good as what we are capable of. So if you have that ambition and that thought process that no matter what happens, you can always be better, you're always going to improve.
Yeah, we spoke about self-belief, not moving away from what your basics are in your game, not trying to emulate a team, like Australia or like India is the number one ranked 50 over side in the world, to play their game and stick to it and be as tight with it as they possibly can.
Preston, you guys are down here taking on QAS today. What are you expecting from the match?
Yeah, we're expecting a tough game. We've got a pretty strong team out, so that's good for our preparation. It's been an awesome week here in Sunny Coast. We've trained really hard, the facilities have been awesome, so we're keen to get on the park and play a proper 50 over game.
How's the side shaping up? We've seen a little bit of Scotland in the World Cup the last couple of times. Are you expecting big things come 2015?
Yeah, we want to win games of cricket at the World Cup. As a nation, we've not yet won a game at a World Cup on the world stage. So that's a massive goal for us. At the same time, we want to turn over one or two big teams. So this preparation is very important for us, and so far things have gone well.
Could you be the spoiler for some of the big name teams come the World Cup?
Hopefully, yeah. We've got a nice group, some nice fixtures. We play Australia and Sri Lanka in Hobart, which final two games of our fixture list. So hopefully, if we go into those games with a place to play for, anything can happen.
You're obviously off to New Zealand next. How is it playing these tour matches? Obviously, it gets the guys ready and raring to go.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for us to bond as a team, spend some time together. Going to New Zealand, we were there earlier this year, and we put in some good performances. So hopefully again we can take a liking to the conditions over there.
And today, what are you looking for out of today?
Ideally, we want a good performance. We've just off the back of a win against a very strong Tasmanian team, so we want to keep that ball rolling, and we want to really show our consistency today and put in a match-winning performance.
And what do you think of the Sunshine Coast up here? Has it been a good time for you guys?
It's been very good. Yeah, the people have been very friendly. Wherever we've gone, we've been warmly welcomed. So we'd happily come back. Yeah.
And obviously you'll be up against the home crowd when you take on the Aussies. What will be the key for you guys to block that out and really try and roll them over?
Yeah, I think we've spoken about just enjoying everything, this build-up, the preparation, and actually, being part of that World Tournament is going to be awesome, and really to savour every moment, and all we can worry about is our own game. Obviously, Australia are a very strong team, but at the end of the day, it's about each ball.
How's cricket going in Scotland? Is it growing as a sport?
It's definitely growing. Qualifying for this World Cup has been huge for us. The profile of the team has increased significantly over the last 6 months, so I only envisage that to grow even more as we build up to the World Cup. So it's a very exciting time for Scottish cricket.
Well, we've obviously there's a great facility here, and we've worked really hard, been pushed to our limits at times, and there have been some tired bodies, but it's been well worth it. Great facilities, great nets, and good to be outside training. We don't always get that opportunity at this time of the year, and back in the UK, you'd be back inside. So having the ability to go outside and really practice our skills has been very good.
And today we're playing a really strong Queensland side. You opened up for us, nice 55. How did it feel, and how did things go out there against a really strong bowling attack?
Yeah, it was obviously it's nice to get a few runs, but I think what we keep saying to ourselves is making sure that we see that through into a real innings of note.
Hey Matt, well played yesterday. Beautiful innings of 80 odd. How did you feel out there?
Yeah, it felt quite nice actually. I've been working on a few technical things over the last couple of weeks, so it's nice that it paid off, but ultimately it's a bit disappointing that we lost by 1 run against a strong New Zealand team.
Yep, and they had, as you've just mentioned, a real good bowling attack that was consistently coming hard at you. Did you have a plan at all?
Yeah, I just tried to be as free as possible. I mean, I've got a little bit clouded with my technique over the last month or so. So I just tried to go out there, play my natural way, which sort of paid off in the end.
And with us having that loss, what do you think we need to do to win those games?
I don't think we're far away, if I'm honest with you. I just think it's about experiencing getting into those situations and learning from yesterday, but also when we get to that situation again, crossing the line and finishing those games off.
And you feel that the boys are becoming really tight?
Definitely. I mean, I've been on a few tours now over the last couple of years, and this is definitely the closest the group's ever been, so it can only hold us in good stead for the upcoming months and tours.
Hey Craig, well done today. You've come into the environment, contributed with the bat beautifully, and then did a great job with the gloves. How did it feel for you?
Yeah, it was good to be back and in around the environment, and honestly just enjoy cricket game. It was quite good. Yeah, it's had a good.
Hey Prez, well played today. We had a good win. How did you go? Happy with your performance with the bat?
Yes, good win for us. Obviously, we've put in some good performances recently. Unfortunately, haven't been quite able to get over the line. So to get the win today was pretty important for us. So very happy as a team. Personally, yeah, it's always nice to contribute and to get to 50. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my performance. I think all round it was a good batting performance with guys contributing right through the innings and finishing off really strongly that last 10 overs.
Hey Kyle, well played today. You've been the most consistent batter on this tour to date, getting through to the three figures. What did you do differently?
I think I got myself in a couple of games and didn't see it through, and obviously I think the most important thing was to make sure I worked with the incoming batsmen and make sure I kept rotating the strike as much as I could and try and put the bad ball away with keeping the risks as minimal as possible. I think maybe I'd tried to go through the gears a little bit too quickly in other games and given my wicket away, and it's it's a fine balance because you need to keep the run rate going. Yeah, today I managed to just get that balance, I guess, right.
And obviously in great form and really positive about coming back and playing on New Zealand conditions during the World Cup.
Yeah, looking forward to it. The pitches and the grounds have been outstanding since we've been here and in our previous tour in the World Cup qualifiers. So yeah, very much looking forward to coming back.